Over my lifetime, I have driven a lot. I should say I have rented a lot of daggone cars, but this is the first time I ever drove 486 miles and still have a fourth of a tank left to go. I'm driving from Indianapolis to Rockville, Maryland, which is normally like about a 6-hour drive, and the route that I'm taking is basically I-70 all the way to the Pennsylvania Turnpike, down to 68 and over to 70, drop down into Frederick, Maryland, and then on into Rockville. And normally, I would say this is probably close to about a tank and a half trip on most cars, but I am driving a 2013 Volkswagen Passat, and I have to say, I mean, this is definitely remarkable. Here it is. I'm about to be about 12 miles shy of 500 miles per hour, and I still have a quarter of a tank of gas left to go. And granted, you know, I'm not driving with the AC on or anything like that, but just to tell you about the terrain, basically when you get into eastern Ohio, it becomes very hilly. You know, then going into the Pennsylvania Turnpike, you're going through the Allegheny Mountains and things like that. So it's not, by far, it's not any flat terrain. Now, once you get near Columbus, Ohio, or Zanesville, Ohio, and into Indianapolis, it pretty much is like an all flat flat terrain. So I know that has a lot to do with the gas mileage as well. But as you can see, as I zoom in, let's see, I set the trip tachometer at 0, and here it is. I'm driving 486 miles or 88 miles now, and still a quarter of a tank to go, and I'm still at just at a quarter of a tank. So I'm gonna keep this progress going and see how far I can make on the tank of gas. But by far, it's an 18-gallon tank, so basically, it's a lot of gallons. Most sedans have anywhere between 12-gallon tanks up to, I guess, 18. Now, 18 is pretty much the highest that I've ever seen in a sedan. So, now, granted, it may not be a good miles per gallon, I should say. According to the ratings, I believe I get like 25 miles to the gallon in the city, and 31 miles per gallon on the highway. So, I mean, I guess that equals about out. But I just think it's very, very more remarkable to be able to drive 500 gallons on a single tank. Now, a lot of times people say, with diesel, gas and stuff like that is possible. But this is just regular 87 octane unleaded. So, stay tuned.